looks like as well. When we check in with Skylar here in just a little bit. First, though, some top stories you'll see here on Good Morning Providence. Indicted, details on the charges. The Manhattan grand jury indicted former President Trump on and how he's expected now to surrender to authorities. Plus, here from Rhode Island, Senator Jack Reed, mourning the loss this morning of 9 U.S. service members killed in a Black Hawk crash in Kentucky.
And baseball's back. Unfortunately for Sox fans, not the result they were looking for on opening day. We have the highlights.
And good morning to you. Thank you for waking up with us this morning on this Friday. I'm Casey Kantz.
And I'm Taralyn Azak. Friday, it is March 31st. Happy Friday indeed. We made it through March.
Final day of March.
Yep.
Oh, all right.
Can't believe it.
That means spring's in full swing now. Let's check in with Skylar Spindler now to see if we'll have any spring temperatures either today or in the coming days. Skylar, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, I'm looking at some models, and we might have some exciting weather for April moving in. All right, so here's what we're looking at now. We have a warm front that's moving in. That's going to move in this evening. That's helping with the temperatures warming up and with giving us some scattered showers in the evening hours. And we do have a low in the overnight, and then tomorrow morning is really when we're going to see our most amounts of rainfall accumulations after 7 a.m. into about lunchtime and exiting out by 2 o'clock. Could see a stray shower afterwards in the evening time, but most of it will be moved out. So satellite and radar, there's that system moving across the Ohio River Valley this morning, and that'll be timing out to get to us after 5 o'clock today. So the surface map, here's that big setup I was talking about with that warm front moving our way. So that's going to keep the temperatures moving up, and it's actually going to keep us warm in the overnight hours as well and into tomorrow. So we'll be seeing those 60s because we have this high ridge of pressure off to the west or to the east of us. So you can kind of see this little bit of a setup. We do have a cold front that's going to move in on Sunday, but then we're going to be warming up through the week next week. So right now, Providence, 27 degrees, winds are out of the west-northwest at 3 miles an hour this morning. Temperatures around the area, some of us sitting in those upper 20s right now. So New Bedford coming in at 27, Plymouth at 27, but 32 in Martha's Vineyard, 32 in Block Island. So a little bit warmer along the coastline, 34 in Nantucket. Well, here's our planner getting you through the day. Warm up. We're going to top out in those upper 40s for the high after 1 o'clock. But then once the clouds start to increase and the rain starts to move in, that's when the temperatures do fall a little bit, but not too much, because overnight hours, we only get down to about 47 degrees. That's our coolest point of the overnight hours, and that's going to be fairly early, because then we start warming up in the overnight. So by the time we get to that 7 a.m. mark, we're going to see warmer temperatures and that rain moving in. So the winds will stay out of the south at 5 to 10 miles an hour, but I'm going to have more details on that rain and how to plan your Saturday here in just a moment.
All right, Skylar, thank you for that. We'll check back in. Our top story this hour: the historic indictment of Donald Trump, the first time a former or sitting U.S. president has ever faced criminal charges. And we are learning more this morning about the seriousness of the potential charges and the political fallout.
ABC's Morgan Norwood is in New York with the latest.
This morning, the news of Donald Trump's indictment reverberating around the globe. Trump now the first president, former or current, to face criminal charges. A Manhattan grand jury handing up an indictment in a years-long investigation involving alleged $130,000 hush money payments to porn star Stormy Daniels ahead of the 2016 election. Shortly after word of the indictment, Trump talking with our executive editorial producer John Santucci, claiming the action was political persecution. Trump, who's currently a candidate for the 2024 Republican nomination, going on to say they're trying to impact an election. But no one knows what evidence the grand jurors have been sent or what charges Trump is facing because the indictment is under seal until he is arraigned. But we do know the grand jury has heard from Trump's former fixer and attorney Michael Cohen, who testified before the jury telling them he wrote a check to Daniels at Trump's direction. Cohen pled guilty and served prison time for his part of that payment. Jurors have also heard from Bob Costello, who says he once advised Cohen and has taken the stand in defense of Trump.
Michael Cohen is far from solid evidence.
Trump has long denied any wrongdoing. His legal team says he only paid Daniels to protect his family from extortion. His lawyers now vowing to fight the indictment. This as several Republicans rallied to his defense, including House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, claiming the Manhattan DA weaponized our sacred system of justice against President Donald Trump. According to sources close to the matter, the Manhattan DA's office is also investigating a second alleged Trump payment to former Playboy model Karen McDougal. There are also other federal and state criminal investigations into Trump underway. But as for this case,
we're pretty sure that at the heart of this charge is filing false business records with an intent to defraud. That's a misdemeanor, a state charge that's typically a misdemeanor, but that can become a felony if it's done in furtherance of another crime.
Trump had summoned his supporters to protest if he were indicted. Sources telling ABC News that all NYPD officers have been told to show up this morning at 7 a.m. to work in uniform, ready to be deployed around the city. I'm Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
And we have continuing coverage of this morning following the former president being indicted by a grand jury. We spoke with a local law professor from Roger Williams University about what this means now.
Andrew Horowitz calling the indictment historic, although not completely unexpected. Good morning, Providence reporter Yanni Tregelis is live in the newsroom with more. Yanni.
Good morning, Tara Lynn and Casey. Well, historic is correct. Trump, the first former U.S. president to be indicted on criminal charges. And speaking to us, Andrew Horowitz, a law professor at Roger Williams University, provided some insight into what this means to have been indicted by a grand jury, saying the evidence against Donald Trump must have been solid. And state leaders like Senator Sheldon Whitehouse and Congressman David Cicilline also speaking out following the indictment. The congressman releasing a statement on Thursday that read, quote, "This is a difficult moment for our country, but it's important that we respect the work of the district attorney and the decision of the grand jury to charge Mr. Trump and allow this matter to proceed as it would with any other defendant." And in that interview yesterday following the indictment, Horowitz said this is a sign that nobody is above the law.
Of the pending investigations, in some ways, one could say this one is the least serious.
Discussed some of the difficulties that will surround such a high-profile case, including the difficulties in selecting a neutral jury. And we also reached out to the chair of the Rhode Island Republican Party and the Rhode Island House Republican Caucus for comment, but both of them declined to comment or did not get back to us. In the newsroom, Yanni Tregelis, ABC 6 News.
And more fallout from this now, Yanni. The indictment of former President Trump remains under seal this morning.
But let's turn back to ABC's Morgan Norwood outside the courthouse in New York, where security is being ramped up in preparation for possible protests.
This morning, police on high alert on the heels of Trump's indictment.
What's important now is to keep an eye on certain areas which people will gather.
The NYPD out in full force today with all officers ordered to report for duty in uniform at 7 a.m., preparing for potential unrest.
We're not going to see this kind of mayhem we saw elsewhere. So these places will be really tightly monitored through aviation and rooftop observation posts. We have a lot of assets out there that can help us, as well as video cameras in and around Lower Manhattan. So I don't think anything close to will happen as what happened on January 6th.
Trump called for protests after claiming he was going to be arrested last week. That call to action fell flat, with only a handful of demonstrators turning up at the Manhattan courthouse. And while officials say there are no credible concerns right now, the biggest concern is next week.
I think the day that we're most concerned about is the day that Donald Trump surrenders.
During Trump's surrender, he'll be joined by Secret Service agents and could be fingerprinted and photographed, but he's unlikely to be handcuffed given the nature of the alleged crimes.
He will have pictures taken and he will be fingerprinted and then brought before a judge. At that point, bail or a date, probably no bail at all, a date will be put forward for him to return. And this will be the end of it. He'll be released. And that'll be the end of it.
Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
And we will have continuing coverage of that moving forward. In the meantime, let's take you back outside again and look at that beautiful sunrise on this Friday morning. Skylar, it just always, even though it's cold, just kind of makes the day a little bit better to start when you got a sunrise like this.
Yeah, the sunrise is here. Absolutely beautiful. Tomorrow we won't get a sunrise because we'll have rain moving in, but the big setup, we have this warm air moving up towards us. We have a warm front that's going to be moving into the area. So here's that satellite and radar setup. Across the Ohio River Valley, there is a system that is moving across, inching its way towards our area. That's going to be moving in tonight. So there's the surface map watching that warm front move towards us, bringing the rain and the showers with it. Tonight, not so bad, just light showers through the evening hours. Tomorrow morning is when it really picks up. Temperatures now, we're sitting in the upper 20s in Providence, but 31 degrees in Newport, but 24 degrees in Martha's Vineyard. All right, so let's get you on the school bus this morning. It'll be 29 degrees here around 7 a.m. We'll have a light wind out of the south, 5 to 10 miles an hour. For the afternoon, we warm up. We'll be in those upper 40s mid-afternoon. So it won't be too bad, but then the clouds start to increase and that rain starts to move in. So expect the rain to be moving in after 5 o'clock today. It's going to be scattered. So just expect scattered showers. Grab the umbrella if you have plans to go out tonight or whatever you plan on doing in the evening hours. Just be prepared for some intermittent scattered showers moving through the area. You can kind of see overnight. We don't really drop down temperature-wise too much, but the rain does start to taper off, and then it moves back in tomorrow morning. So you can kind of see the rain moving back in, a little bit heavier pockets after 7, 8 a.m., and then that moves off and exits off to the east after lunchtime and 2 o'clock. Could see a scattered shower afterwards, but I'll have the 7-day in just a moment.
All right, take you back outside again now. Take a look at Thurbers Avenue this morning at 6:11. Looking at the morning commute. Some other travel times for you. 114 north of Whitechurch to 195, a 10-minute commute. Same story on 95 north, Route 4 to Thurbers is 10 minutes. Route 1 northbound, Kingstown Road to the Route 4 split. Looking at a 7-minute commute there. Now to an ABC 6 News follow-up. 9 people are dead after 2 U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopters crashed in southwestern Kentucky Wednesday night. According to a U.S. Army official, there were no survivors. This happened on a routine night training mission just north of the Kentucky-Tennessee border. The helicopters were with the 101st Airborne Division. It's unknown yet. Visibility was a factor. The exact cause is still under investigation. Rhode Island Senator Jack Reed, though, who chairs the Armed Services Committee, shared these thoughts yesterday.
Our thoughts are with the Army family today, and I know this hits General McConville in a particularly difficult way. As an aviator and as a former commander of the 101st Airborne Division, you know, and you feel it personally. It also demonstrates the enduring risk our men and women who volunteer to serve our nation face every day, not just in combat zones, but in rigorous training. So all of our thoughts and prayers are with these families and with the Army.
And overall, the Army has averaged 5 deaths per year in on-duty aviation mishaps since 2018. That's according to the U.S. Army Combat Readiness Center.
Over in Woonsocket, several cars vandalized in the city. It happened around 11 o'clock Wednesday night and then again around 2 Thursday morning. This happened on Sweet Avenue, Burnside Avenue, Hamlet Avenue, Winter Street, Blackstone Street, Front Street, and Sale Street. All of the cars were hit by pellets from a BB gun. Police are asking anyone with home security cameras in those areas to check them for anything out of the ordinary, and if they see anything, to give the police department a call.
Oh, what time we have? 6:13?
Yep, and still to come on Good Morning Providence. Every season brings its own deals, and spring is no exception. We'll hear from an expert on what bargains might pop up this spring.
And we love this story. Celebrating 105 years in New Bedford. I'm going to show you how the mayor celebrated with a lifelong city resident that just keeps climbing the age chart. You're watching Good Morning Providence on ABC 6. We thank you for that. We're coming right back. Stay with us.
Showing how you feel. It's been a while. Go ahead and smile. Go ahead and smile.
I started screening for colon cancer because of my late husband, Jay. I wish he could have seen our daughter, Ellie, get married on the best day of her life. But colon cancer took him from us, like it's taken so many others. That's why I've made it my mission to talk about getting screened and ask people to share their reasons why.
I screen for my growing family. Being with them means everything to me.
I screen for my girls. They're always surprising me.
I screen for my son. I'm his biggest fan.
If you're 45 or older and at average risk, it's time to screen. Today, there are more screening options than ever before, including Cologuard.
Cologuard is non-invasive and finds 92% of colon cancers, even in early stages. It's not for those at high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider if Cologuard is right for you.
Everyone has a reason to screen for colon cancer. If you're 45 or older, get started at missiontoscreen.com.
If your internet comes from T-Mobile, you should know it's just phone internet, not home internet. Cox Internet is faster and has more reliable download speeds than T-Mobile 5G home internet. Cox keeps you up to speed, especially during peak hours when you need it most. So don't get phone internet, get real home internet from Cox.
Save big and sleep better with a new mattress from Raymore & Flanigan. Get incredible savings on top brands, up to $1,000 off heirloom sets, $300 off Bell & Nest queen sets, or a $200 MasterCard reward card or $300 Raymore & Flanigan gift card when you purchase a Tempur-Pedic. Our mattresses are in stock and ready for easy delivery the very next day for free. Don't wait. Get your best rest tomorrow night with the right mattress for you from Raymore & Flanigan.
At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we make new smiles affordable for everyone, so you don't need to wait another day to get your smile back. Click or call to schedule your new smile consultation today.
Go ahead and smile.
Welcome back. It's 6:16. Let's check out some consumer news. Spring shopping, we all hate to miss a good deal. ABC's Alexis Christoforous is here with what bargains to look out for this season.
Spring has sprung. That means spending more time outdoors, seeing the sights, and shopping. Every season brings its own deals, and spring is no exception. Kristen McGrath, senior editor at Retail Me Not, has some tips on when to look for the best deals for spring. She says that travel providers offer good discounts on last-minute inventory.
Some of the sweet spots are going to be cruise cabins, hotels, tours, anything that is unsold and needs to be sold. A big exception to that is going to be Easter week or any local school spring break week. Those are peak travel times, so stay away from those if you want to save the most.
When looking for appliances, McGrath says a good time for bargains is around Earth Day, April 22nd.
We generally see some pretty good discounts, 20% off in some cases, if you're buying those Energy Star rated appliances, because retailers are tapping into the enthusiasm around Earth Day.
If you're in the market for electronics like computers or televisions, McGrath says that when retailers switch to a new model year, they start discounting the previous year's models.
Another really strategic time to shop for TVs is right around Memorial Day. You're going to find big discounts on those bigger ticket electronics.
Cookware and home goods really go on sale around Mother's Day and school graduations.
Retailers are competing for business, so you will start seeing those gifts on sale marketed towards gifts for mom or gifts for the recent graduate.
And when it comes to spring clothes, McGrath says the best time to shop is when retailers are switching over from spring to summer.
Late April and May is when they're making way for summer clothing on the racks, but the selection on the spring stuff is still going to be pretty good. So you're going to still have a lot of sizes and colors available, and that stuff is going to be on sale.
Alexis Christoforous, ABC News, New York.
A very spring look as we look live outside this morning. It is chilly to start our Friday, but you see that beautiful sunrise that we get used to around here. You know, you said that in your last hit, Skylar, that the sunrises are beautiful here. I agree with that. They are absolutely gorgeous.
The sunrise is fantastic. You know, you really can't beat it here, right? So, unfortunately, tomorrow morning, not really going to see a sunrise because we have rain that's going to be moving in. So, just looking at the water vapor imagery. So, what this means, we have dry air to the south. This is our jet stream moving up. There's warm air in this. That is our warm front. So on the satellite and radar, if you look here to the west, we can see that system setting up right across the Ohio River Valley and moving right towards us, moving in tonight. So expect the rain showers to start moving in, say, after 4 or 5 o'clock today. So kind of see this front approaching us. That'll be moving into the area. That's going to bring those showers. It'll be light showers in the overnight or into the early evening and early overnight, but we do have a lull. And then tomorrow morning we do kick back up. So the Futurecast just showing a few systems we're watching. This one will be hitting our area in the following week, so next week. So expect some rain midweek. But for now, we're watching this one as it starts to move in. The good news is it really kind of starts to fall apart a little bit. We only get the heavier showers tomorrow morning. So moving into tomorrow morning, you can kind of see this really moving in through much of the area. We'll have heavier moments of rain after, say, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. And then we start to die down, say, around lunchtime, 2 o'clock. It moves out to the east. And we could catch a stray shower afterwards. But for Friday night, early hours, we're not going to pick up a lot of rain. So it'll be very light and very scattered tonight. Moving into tomorrow, you can see these rain totals really starting to pick up. So some of us getting up to an inch, but most of us coming in about a half an inch total from this event. All right, the average for this time of year is 53 degrees. We're going to get close to that, few degrees shy of this. The record was set in 1998 for 85 degrees. And here's a look at our current temperatures around the area. So this is our coolest time of day. Just as soon as the sun comes up, we dip down just a little bit. Now we're going to start warming up. So we're looking at 26 degrees currently in Providence, 31 in Newport, 22 degrees in New Bedford. And that just seems really low to me right now. So 9 a.m., 35 degrees. Moving into the afternoon, we're going to top out in those upper 40s today. It'll be brief. We're looking at about that mid-afternoon, but as soon as those clouds start to move in, our temperatures do drop a little bit, but moving into the overnight hours, we actually start to warm up. So our lowest point of the overnight is going to be 47 degrees. So here's a look at that futurecast and the temperature tracker. So you can kind of see at 5 o'clock, the rain showers really starting to approach the area. And then we get some extra little rain shots coming in. We have a lull in the overnight hours, and then we pick back up, and those temperatures just start to warm up. We'll get 60 degrees tomorrow. But you can kind of see some of these heavier pockets of rain moving in tomorrow by lunchtime. But again, a lot of this is going to be moving out by the afternoon time. We'll catch a couple of stray showers maybe in the evening time, so just keep the umbrella handy. And but 60 degrees tomorrow, but that southwest wind staying in play, 10 to 20 miles an hour. Sunday will be breezy because we have a cold front moving in. We're going to dip down to about 48 degrees, but then the south winds return by Monday. Expected to be a little windy as those wind speeds will kick up for the day, but we'll get up into the 50s. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're in the 60s.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Thursday, my gosh, almost 70 it looks like, projected.
Yeah, you know, take it to the maps again really quick.
Yeah.
We can have them look at something. I'll show you guys. Maybe we won't. Oh, yeah. So here's our upcoming jet stream. So what this is you see the yellows and the oranges. That's the warmer air. So once we get past this Sunday, that's the cold front. And then moving through, we start to level out. And then look at this. Ridge of high pressure moving in. So that's on Wednesday. So yeah, that makes sense on why our temperatures are going up.
Very cool.
But look how big this ridge is. It covers the half of the U.S.
It does, yeah.
So behind that, there's an even bigger ridge. You can kind of see Seattle on the west coast. There's a big ridge of high pressure there. So that just means that if things go as well, we might have some nice temperatures for a nice stretch of time.
Just in time for April.
Very excited.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah.
I'm a 60 degree, 70 degree girl, so perfect for me.
Thank you, Skylar. Appreciate that. I want to show you this morning. New Bedford Mayor John Mitchell helping a lifelong city resident celebrate her 105th birthday this week. That's Dorothy Blackburn. She's sitting to the left of Mayor Mitchell. There she is. She's lived in the Whaling City for all 105 of those years. The mayor said she stayed at the Jewish Convalescent Home for the last 7. And when he went to visit, she sighed, Tara Lynn, and she said, to be 98 again.
I need to meet with Dorothy and find out her secret.
So adorable. Happy birthday.
She looks great. Yeah, happy birthday. It's 6:23.
And we have more still to come this morning here on Good Morning Providence, including baseball. It is back. We've got your highlights from the Red Sox home opener. It came down to the wire yesterday.
Stanley Steamer is equipped and ready to get your home cleaner and healthier. We take the dirt out of your home and leave your carpet and upholstery cleaner and smelling fresher. Schedule your seasonal deep cleaning today.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
And now please welcome Anna Montoya.
Hello there, fellow students.
Get incredible savings throughout the store and save even more on full room packages during Raymour & Flanigan's Total Home Sale. Starting at just $49 per month, get beautifully coordinated living rooms, bedrooms, and dining rooms. That's right, as low as $49 per month with no interest. Plus, save hundreds on furniture, rugs, and decor. And shop our huge selection of mattresses, ready to deliver tomorrow for free. Get the home makeover you've been waiting for now, only at Raymour & Flanigan.
$3 breakfast deal, it's the kind of breakfast that really sticks with you. Tyler had breakfast. Hey, buddy.
your choice of breakfast croissant plus seasoned potatoes for just $3. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's $3 breakfast deal.
The stage is set, a Hollywood week like you've never seen before. Incredible. Sunday and Monday, the two-night event begins. Your favorite Idol legends return to mentor.
This is going to be fun.
And the performances, wow. But one hopeful leaves everyone stunned.
Does that mean that you have decided to leave the competition?
American Idol, new Sunday and Monday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Now's the time for cleaner indoor air with an air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer. You've known us for carpet cleaning, but we've been cleaning air ducts for over 20 years. We do things the right way, cleaning your entire system. So if you need an air duct cleaning, call 1-800-STEAMER today.
ABC 6 News anchor Tiffany Murphy. I know how hectic life can be, so give us 11 minutes at 11 o'clock, and we'll give you tonight's breaking headlines, updates on today's top stories. 11 minutes of non-stop commercial-free news and weather. Everything you need to know to get ready for tomorrow. Join me for 11 at 11, only on ABC 6.
Opening day 2023. Let's talk about the Red Sox this morning. The Sox getting their season started yesterday at Fenway against the Orioles. Chilly Thursday afternoon if you're at the ballpark. Throwing out the first pitch, you recognize these guys. Red Sox legend David Ortiz, Boston Bruins Sean Thornton, Celtic Dana Barros, New England Patriot Devin McCourty you saw there. Top one, Orioles #1 overall pick in the 2019 draft. Adley Rutschman up. Blast this one off Corey Kluber deep to right and gone. Let's jump to the ninth. Masataka Yoshida, gold medalist on Team Japan in the WBC this year at the plate. Grounds to short. Jorge Mateo steps on second, throws to first, gets away. The Sox had something cooking in the ninth yesterday, but that would be about it. Got it to 10-9, and that was our final from Fenway as Alice Duvall strikes out. Tying run was at second there, and that'll do it. Orioles hold off the Red Sox to win it on opening day, 10-9 your final. Like we say, after the opener, there's still 161 to go. Plenty of time. All right, let's move on. Get a check of the forecast now. Skylar, take it away.
You know, if you're heading out maybe tomorrow to the game or Sunday, not too bad. The rain does move out in the afternoon. So here is a look at that temperature and future cast. So as we move into today, we do have the rain showers that's going to start to move in later on this evening. And then we get a bit of a lull in the overnight hours. And then tomorrow morning, we do start to kick back off a little bit. So it starts to get a little bit heavier by the morning hours, and then by lunchtime it does start to taper off a bit. So 7-day forecast. So if you plan on going out tomorrow, we'll get up to 60 degrees and we'll have that rain in play. So grab the umbrella, keep it handy, because we could see a couple of stray showers into Saturday evening, but not like what we're seeing in the morning time. Sunday, a little bit cooler, cold front moves in. So if you do plan on going to a game on Sunday, it's we're only going to get into those upper 40s because of that cold front moving in. But Monday, the south winds return and we start to climb up into the 50s. That's average temperatures, and then above average temperatures for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
All right, thanks, Skylar. Are you wondering how to take care of a rabbit? Well, I have some good news from you. The RISPCA will host a Rabbit Care 101 event this weekend. It's an education and adoption event at the Rumford Pet Express in East Providence. Several rabbits that were recently taken in as part of a hoarding case will be available for adoption there. RISPCA says shelters in Rhode Island are seeing an uptick in rabbits coming in. Small stuffed rabbits, though, they will be available for a $10 donation. And the event runs from 11 to 2 this Sunday.
And we are a couple minutes shy of 6:30.
And still to come on Good Morning Providence, the husband of missing Cohasset mother Anna Walsh indicted on murder charges. The latest details from court.
And also an update this morning on that deadly crash in Easton. New details that we have learned about the victim there. You are watching Good Morning Providence on ABC 6.
Stage is set, a Hollywood week like you've never seen before. Incredible. But one hopeful leaves everyone stunned.
Does that mean that you have decided to leave the competition?
American Idol, new Sunday and Monday on ABC.
If you have a Camp Lejeune claim, you need two things: the legal power to get you the maximum compensation with a trusted local law firm serving Rhode Island and Massachusetts. Call us at the Bataro Law Firm. We've teamed up with national lawyers to ensure your voice is heard. And we'll be with you every step of the way with the client care we're known for. Power and personal attention. Call the Bataro Law Firm. 777 7777.
I'm all for it because you're an amazing partner.
Awesome.
Yeah, you guys are a good team.
You bet your life.
I did my own hair.
You got me?
All we need is glue and hair.
Where big laughs.
You got all the money.
Meet fast-paced fun.
Way to go!
You Bet Your Life. Weekdays at 4:30 on ABC 6.
So, what do you do?
I'm a criminal.
My family, we target people who deserve it. These guys are DC's dirtiest.
And they think we're the crooks.
There's no way she'd stick around if she knew the truth.
What did you say you do again?
Life is complicated. We think your internet should be simple. So switch to Cox, and for just $49.99 per month, we're offering a hassle-free way to get the internet you need for a great price. You get 100 meg download speeds, panoramic Wi-Fi with equipment rental included, our money-back guarantee, and no annual contract. Yes, $49.99 a month for all this internet goodness. Simplify your life with Cox.
Friday's estimated Mega Millions jackpot is $355 million. Make sure to add Megaplier to increase your non-jackpot prizes up to $5 million. Please play responsibly.
Are you tired of clean clothes that just don't smell clean? Downy Unstopables In-Wash Scent Boosters keep your laundry smelling fresh way longer than detergent alone. If you want laundry to smell fresh for weeks, make sure you have Downy Unstoppables In-Wash Scent Boosters.
This is Southern New England's trusted news source. Good Morning Providence.
Welcome back to Good Morning Providence. I'm Tara Lynn Izak.
And I'm Casey Cantz. It's 6:30 right now on your Friday morning. Thanks for waking up with us this morning. Skylar's got another check of that forecast as you get set to head out the door this morning. Skylar.
Yeah, just checking the models right now to see how this rain timing is going to play out. We do have a warm front that's going to be moving into the area, and that's going to help with these rain showers increasing through the evening hours. So expect scattered light showers this evening. However, tomorrow morning, that's where the heaviest bit's going to come in. So we'll mostly be seeing after 7 a.m. it really starts to ramp up a little bit. We'll have some heavier downpours, and then it does exit off after about 2 o'clock. We could see a couple of stray showers later on in the day, but really not much. So we'll mostly be clearing after this. So satellite and radar, we are looking at that system that is crossing the Ohio River Valley, heading into our area. So there's that warm front that's in play, and that's just going to start moving on up towards our way. So watch as that system starts to approach our area. It starts to get a little bit scattered as it gets to us for tonight. So right now we're looking at 26 degrees. This is our lowest point of the day. And we're not going to see temperatures like this for a minute. So winds out of the west, southwest at 6 miles an hour right now. Temperatures around the area 22 degrees in New Bedford. And we are looking at 33 in Nantucket this morning. So get you out the door through the day. We're going to warm up into those upper 40s mid-afternoon. We'll reach those peak temperatures about 2-3 o'clock. And then we start to move back down because the clouds increase and we cool off a little bit. However, tonight, our lowest point of the evening is going to be fairly early, 47 degrees, and then we start to warm up by the time we get to 6 a.m. So we'll be in the 50s by 6 o'clock in the morning. Here's that future cast looking at that temperature change. We warm up quickly. You see the clouds increasing in the afternoon. We hit our peak temperature, and then the rain showers start to move in. And again, like I said, it's going to be very scattered as we get into the evening hours. So just keep the umbrella handy. We do have some intermittent and some lulls in the overnight hours, and then tomorrow morning it does ramp back up. See, like I said, 50 degrees by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So there comes the extra heavier rain in the morning time. By lunchtime, it mostly starts to move out. All of this should be out of here by like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And like I said, we could catch a couple of scattered spotty showers in the evening hours, but that's the big bulk of what we're looking at coming in. I'm going to have your 7-day and more details coming up here in just a moment.
And back to our top story this morning. Following the former president being indicted by a grand jury, we spoke with a local law professor from Roger Williams University about what this means.
Andrew Horowitz calling the indictment historic, although not completely unexpected. Good morning, Providence reporter Yanni Tregelis live with us this morning in the newsroom with more. Yanni, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Terralyn and Casey. Well, historic is correct. Trump, the first former U.S. president to be indicted on criminal charges. And that law professor that we spoke with saying this is a sign that no one is above the law. But he also added that the case against Trump may be the least serious of all of the other allegations that have been made against him. Now, this indictment stemming from events prior to the 2016 presidential election of an alleged hush money payment to Stormy Daniels. And speaking to us yesterday, Andrew Horowitz, a law professor at Roger Williams University, providing some insight into what it means to have been indicted by a grand jury, saying the evidence against Donald Trump must have been solid.
Not have presented this case to the grand jury unless he was convinced that there was not only sufficient evidence, but rather an overwhelming amount of evidence that convinces him that he will be able to obtain a conviction.
And Horowitz also discussed some of the difficulties that may surround such a high-profile case like this, including the difficulties in selecting a neutral jury. And we've also reached out to the chair of the Rhode Island Republican Party and the Rhode Island House Republican Caucus for comment, but both declined or did not get back to us. In the newsroom, Yanni Trigelis, ABC 6 News.
Thank you, Yanni. Now let's turn over to an ABC 6 news update. The Cohasset man suspected of killing his wife has been indicted. A Norfolk County jury returning an indictment on Brian Walsh for the murder of Anna Walsh, among other charges. Anna's body has still not been found, but prosecutors say personal items and DNA evidence suggest Brian Walsh killed, dismembered, and discarded her body. Anna was reported missing by her employer on January 4th, and Brian Walsh told police he hadn't seen his wife since January 1st. He's being held without bail and will be arraigned at a later date.
The Department of Justice says a former Boston police officer was arrested on felony and misdemeanor charges for his alleged role in the January 6th Capitol riot. 52-year-old Joseph Fisher from Plymouth was charged with felony offenses of assault, resisting or impeding officers, and obstruction of law enforcement during a civil disorder, along with misdemeanor charges. Now, court documents say Fisher entered the U.S. Capitol through a Senate wing door and was in the Visitors Center where an altercation broke out and he pushed a chair into an officer, deploying pepper spray.
Police arrested a worker at the New Bedford Whaling Museum for stealing artifacts. 42-year-old Robert Burchell of New Bedford will be arraigned next month. Burchell was indicted on 19 counts of larceny over $1,200. Back in January, police arrested Burchell after investigators say he stole dozens of pocket-sized items from the museum, then sold them to local antique and pawn shops. Shop owner tipped off police. Police say the items stolen are valued at over $150,000.
Elsewhere this morning, a deadly motorcycle crash in Easton Wednesday night. This happened just before 6 at the intersection of Turnpike and Foundry Streets. The operator of that motorcycle, 39-year-old Clark Grant of Taunton. Police say he died at the hospital. According to police, Clark was hit by a Jeep Cherokee. Now, on an unrelated note, court documents obtained by ABC 6 revealed that Grant and his wife are accused of defrauding the city of Boston out of COVID-19 and rental assistance money. No word yet on any charges related to the crash. Rhode Island State Police making a major weapons bust, seizing multiple ghost guns in North Smithfield. 43-year-old Elliot Knorr was arrested after police searched his home and say they found 15 ghost guns along with ghost gun parts and 36 large-capacity magazines. Knorr is charged with possession of a ghost gun, large-capacity feeding devices, firing in a compact area, and conspiracy. He's ordered to surrender additional firearms and was given $25,000 bail.
The North Kingstown Police Department is now looking into a series of auto thefts. According to police, the incidents happened late Sunday night and into early Monday morning in the area of Heritage, Carriage Hill, and Kingswood Roads. Police are asking anyone with surveillance footage to check for anything that looks suspicious and give them a call if they see anything. And Westport police are looking for this man you see on your screen. According to police, 21-year-old Brett LeBoulier was last seen in Fall River in February. LeBoulier is 5'9", has blonde hair with tattoos of a rose, lion, and crows on his left forearm, as well as a skull on his shoulder. If you've seen him or you think you've seen him, you're asked to call Westport Police.
The city of Providence is bringing more police presence at Kennedy Plaza. RIPTA is relocating $100,000 from private security to add patrols in the city's center. Mayor Brett Smiley says having the space feel safe is one of his top priorities, especially given that kids come through the area.
You're right. I mean, Kennedy Plaza is this transfer point for so many Rhode Islanders. You know, all of our high school kids take RIPTA to get to school, employees that are coming to work down in the financial district, and visitors. So having that space feel safe is important to me.
Police presence was already increased in recent months during high traffic times at Kennedy Plaza. RIPTA CEO says that will only increase with the new plan. We take you outside again this morning for a live look as we start to brighten up on this Friday morning. Let's turn things over to meteorologist Skylar Spindler.
Yeah, you know, the sun, it looks absolutely gorgeous this morning. Not going to get a sunrise for tomorrow morning because we have the rain moving in. So here's kind of a big picture setup with our jet stream. So we do have a warm front that's going to be moving in. So we've had some dry air in place. So as the system starts to move across into our area, you can kind of see the water vapor here. That area across, say, Cincinnati and the Ohio River Valley, that's our system that's moving in. So here's the satellite and radar that has a lot of moisture in it and a lot of warm air moving in with it as well. So that's going to start to move into our area, but we've had a lot of dry air in place. So by the time it starts to get to our area, we're going to get some rain tonight, but it's going to start to taper off a little bit, and it's going to be a light rain just because we have a little bit of dry air near the surface. So temperatures right now, coolest point of the day, 26 degrees in Providence, 22 degrees in New Bedford, 31 in Newport this morning. So most of us in those 20s and 30s. Get you on the school bus, 29 degrees at 7 a.m. and by the afternoon we'll be in those upper 40s with a light south wind at 5 to 10 miles an hour. So here's that temperature cast as we get into the evening hours. Like I said, the rain starts to move in, but again, guys, this is going to be a really light rain because we have some dry air at the surface. So it's going to eat up some of that extra moisture in the atmosphere. So we'll get some drizzle, we'll get some light rain, and then it's really going to kick off tomorrow morning. That's where we're going to get the heaviest rain that's going to move in. So just carry the umbrella with you if you're heading out the doors, and I'm going to have full detail of this forecast in your weekend planner in just a moment.
All right, let's take a look outside, check out how things are moving along 95 north and south Thurbers. Not too bad right now as we near 7 o'clock on your Friday morning. Some other travel times for you. 114 north, White Church to 195, a 10-minute commute. 95 north, which we just talked about, Route 4 to Thurbers Avenue, also 10 minutes. And Route 1 north, Kingstown Road to the Route 4 split, just a 7-minute commute for you there. News now from the Rhode Island State House and a new bill to reduce costs for small businesses introduced yesterday on Smith Hill. It would exempt the first $100,000 of the tangible tax for small businesses. The tangible tax refers to taxes that business owners pay on necessities to operate their business. If it eventually passes, it would go into effect in the 2025 fiscal year.
Outdoor dining will continue in Rhode Island after Governor Dan McKee signed legislation Thursday extending it. This started during the COVID-19 pandemic when the state stopped enforcing some local ordinances that prohibited outdoor dining. Allowing more places for people to go with social distancing, legislation has also been introduced that would make outdoor dining permanent in the Ocean State. And it's 6:42.
And there is more still to come this morning, including police releasing 911 recordings that capture the terror inside that Nashville elementary school during that mass shooting earlier this week. We've got the latest on that investigation.
You're watching Good Morning Providence on ABC6. Stay with us.
Call the Car Wreck Pro at 1-800-LAW-1222. I'm attorney Rob Levine, the heavy hitter.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Perfect. Nice.
As long as we're imagining.
Give it up for your ratings mission champion!
Me? Oh, come on.
Right now, you could get affordable 3.99% financing on an all-wheel drive Camry. And every Camry comes with 2 years no-cost maintenance and Toyota Safety Sense.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
It's the most wonderful time.
Non-drowsy Claritin D knocks out your worst allergy symptoms, including nasal congestion, without knocking you out. Feel the clarity and make today the most wonderful time of the year. Claritin D.
The wait is over. FanDuel Sportsbook's now live in Massachusetts.
America's #1 sportsbook is here.
FanDuel makes it so easy to get started.
You can bet on all your favorite teams.
All your favorite sports, even all your favorite golfers.
Plus, you can play any way you want.
Everything from live bets to same-game parlays. And you can get paid instantly. That's like the whole point of winning.
New customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. Make every moment more with FanDuel.
You two want to know the sex of the baby?
Yes.
No, don't look.
The Good Doctor is Monday's feel-good hit.
I have missed your friendship.
I've missed you too, Sean.
We need help in here.
We'll work as a team and figure it out.
Your surgery saved both their lives.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Glassman. My job is to mentor and teach you how to be a good doctor.
The Good Doctor, new Monday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
We should throw a big fun festival. AvaFest.
Why is it named after you?
AVA, a very avid festival.
Parents would be psyched to come and dunk you. Don't know how to swim. And now it's dangerous? Even better.
I just want to rock.
Yeah. Abbott on Abbott. That booty big, so I'ma grab it.
Never have I ever been so happy to hear such explicit content.
Abbott on Abbott. That booty big, so I'ma grab it.
Back with national headlines this morning. Nashville police released about 24 911 calls made during the school shooting at the Covenant Christian Elementary School this week. Many callers pleading for help as sirens and gunfire rang out in the background.
ABC's M. Nguyen has more from Washington.
You're upstairs by what hallway?
In the art room.
Art room.
Yes, please hurry. I'm hearing you.
Sure.
This morning, chilling new 911 calls from inside the Covenant Christian Elementary School capturing the terror this week from the mass shooting. One teaching assistant huddled in an art room closet with several young students.
Jess, I hear another shot.
You did?
I'm hearing more shots.
Okay.
We're upstairs by the art room hallway.
Try to stay quiet.
Okay.
But,
The caller trying to comfort and quiet the children with her. Other callers trying to paint a picture for Nashville police.
This camouflage hit a vest on and a assault rifle. He's going down the hall. He's shooting through the glass in the doors.
Authorities say that shooter killed 3 9-year-olds and 3 adults before being killed by police within 14 minutes of the first 911 call. The horrifying moment sparking protests at the Tennessee state capitol. Parents and their children rallying for stricter gun control.
The goals change. The goals change. Our lawmakers think that they can't do anything about it. It doesn't make any sense.
House Democrats back in Washington echoing those demands, calling on Republicans to bring gun violence legislation to the floor.
The children of this country are demanding action. Our classrooms have become killing fields. Is that acceptable?
But top Republicans like House Speaker Kevin McCarthy rejecting legislation, claiming the root of the issue is mental illness.
I don't think one piece of legislation solved this. We got to deal with mental illness.
Funeral arrangements have been announced for the 6 people killed in this week's school shooting, including one of the students, Evelyn Dickhouse, whose service is scheduled for later today. M. Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
Oh, if you have some plans for today, get out and get it done before the rain showers start to move in. So here's our water vapor imagery. This is our jet stream and what we're looking at in the atmosphere. We do have a warm front that's moving up towards us. And this is the system that's moving through the Ohio River Valley this morning. And that's going to be moving on towards our way as we get into later on today. So as we take a look at what's really going on outside, well, this is going to be starting to move into our area later on as we get into the evening hours, and we're going to pick up some rain showers after 5 o'clock today. So as we start to move into that hour, we'll see those rain showers increasing, and we will have the tapering off in the middle of the night. I'm going to actually just fix these maps for a second here. All right, so let's move on to our next one here. All right, sorry guys, let's keep it going here. So as we move into, there we go, finally working for us. It's Friday, it doesn't want to work today. All right, so we do have the rain showers. It's going to be moving in, and here's that satellite and radar setup. So you can see those storms moving in, but for us, by the time it gets to our area, not really so much because we have some dry air at the surface, and that's going to just kind of help taper off some of the rain tonight. So as we move into the overnight, again, we taper off, and then tomorrow morning, it really starts to kick back up. So here's that future cast as the rain starts to move through the area, and you can see the timing here. And then tomorrow morning, it does pick up and get much heavier. But here's our rain totals of what we're expecting. So not a lot for tonight, only about 1/10 of an inch, because again, like I said, we have a little bit of dry air in place at the surface, and that's just going to eat up that moisture by the time it gets into our area. Tomorrow morning, a little bit different as the rain showers pick up. We do get a little bit of extra rain out of this for tomorrow, and then that'll move out at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Average temperature for this time of year, 53 degrees. So we're just a few degrees shy of this temperature. And the temperatures currently, we're looking at 26 degrees in Providence, 31 degrees in Newport this morning, 27 in Falmouth. And let's get you out the door and through the day. So 47 about 1 o'clock. We're going to warm up just after that, but then the clouds do increase and we start to cool off a little bit. But overnight tonight, we only get down to about 47 degrees. So here's that temperature cast as we move through the evening hours. So again, you see those showers moving in. And then into the evening hours, we do have the rain that's going to pick up. However, it does taper off, and then the next round moves in about 7 a.m., picking up, getting a little bit heavier, and then moving out by 2 o'clock. So 7-day forecast. We are looking at 60 degrees for tomorrow. Rain showers tapering off. After, say, 2 o'clock, we might catch a spotty shower. And then Sunday, a cold front moves in. We'll see 48 degrees. It'll be breezy, northwest winds in play. But Monday, we start changing up a little bit. South wind returns 53, and then 60s to round out the end of this forecast.
That's what we're all looking at here. Those 3 days to start next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Looks good.
We need to get your weather computer and these cameras some espresso. I'm going to bring some espresso and coffee.
It's Friday.
Yes.
And it's just what it is. But you know what? I want to show you guys, if you want something to look forward to, I'm going to have them take the graphics really quick. So we talked about this the last hour. But our Jetstream setup, so we have those 60s at the end of this week, or at the end of this forecast week. So as we look at this setup with the Jetstream, we get into Monday. So the only point in time we have that cool air is that cold front that moves through on Sunday. But then look at this high ridge of pressure on Wednesday. So Wednesday into Thursday, and then just behind it, you know, kind of look over Portland, Seattle, that area, there's another ridge of high pressure. So we don't really dip down as far as next week is concerned. We look like we're going to have some warmer temperatures and maybe even above average temperatures heading our way for the next, say, week or so.
Okay.
So something
We will take it.
We will get some rain out of this. However, it looks like we're going to have some warmer temperatures to come.
Love it.
Amazing.
I'm on board.
I am too.
Thank you, Skylar. Appreciate that. 9 minutes until 7 o'clock. Back with your news on the go.
Plus, Skylar, she's coming back with your on-the-go forecast. You're watching Good Morning Providence on ABC 6.
Hers is one of the most anticipated documentary events of the year. And this morning, just days before its release, the one and only Brooke Shields herself is live on GMA to talk about it all. This morning, Brooke Shields live only on
Good Morning America.
Our first look at today's top local stories. Watch ABC 6 News first at 4.
Oh, buddy, let's eat naturally. Natural recipes, great taste is guaranteed.
Natural recipes. Beneful. Eat happy. Try new Incredibites. Just for small dogs.
Save big and sleep better with a new mattress from Raymore & Flanigan. Get incredible savings on top brands. Up to $1,000 off heirloom sets, $300 off Bell & Nest Queen sets, or a $200 MasterCard reward card or $300 Raymore & Flanigan gift card when you purchase a Tempur-Pedic. Our mattresses are in stock and ready for easy delivery the very next day for free. Don't wait. Get your best rest tomorrow night with the right mattress for you from Raymore & Flanigan.
Lashes to the next level.
L'Oreal Paris presents new telescopic lift mascara with our first ever double hook brush to get real lift, more volume, up to 5 millimeters more visible length. New telescopic lift mascara by L'Oreal Paris.
We're worth it.
Can a cream really reduce wrinkles? More than 100 women tried L'Oreal Triple Power.
The wrinkles look so much softer now.
Triple Power visibly reduces wrinkles, firms, and brightens.
I'm amazed.
I saw results in 1 week.
Revitalift Triple Power from L'Oreal Paris.
It does what it says.
University of Utah senior Lauren McCluskey repeatedly asked for help.
It was like getting hit by a baseball bat.
You have a powerful institution.
And you have the audacity to try to cover your ass.
Tonight.
A lot of troubling information was never public until now.
Never before seen surveillance video, exclusive interviews.
I'm sorry I couldn't protect their daughter.
The stunning investigation.
Could Lauren's life have been saved?
Tonight at 9/8 Central on ABC.
ABC Hockey Saturday. Two teams on a mission face off. It's a Steel City showdown. Bruins Penguins, Saturday on ABC.
Welcome back. It's time for your news on the go. All your headlines, weather, and traffic. Donald Trump is now the first current or former president to face criminal charges. A Manhattan grand jury reportedly voted Thursday to indict him on 34 counts related to business fraud. That's the grand jury hearing testimony on hush money Trump's attorney paid adult film star Stormy Daniels not to talk about the pair's alleged affair. The indictment is under seal, so it's not known exactly what the charges are just yet. And over in Woonsocket, several cars vandalized in the city. It happened around 11 o'clock Wednesday night and then again around 2 on Thursday morning. This happened on Sweet Avenue, Burnside Avenue, Hamlet Avenue, Winter Street, Blackstone Street, Front Street, and Sale Street. All of the cars were hit by pellet guns from a BB gun. Police are asking anyone with home security cameras in those areas to check them for anything out of the ordinary, and if they see anything, to give the department a call.
A deadly motorcycle crash in Easton Wednesday night. This happened just before 6 o'clock at the intersection of Turnpike and Foundry Streets. The operator of the motorcycle, 39-year-old Clark Grant of Taunton, police say he died at the hospital. According to police, Clark was hit by a Jeep Cherokee. On an unrelated note, court documents obtained by ABC 6 News revealed that Grant and his wife are accused of defrauding the city of Boston of COVID-19 and rental assistance money. No word yet on any charges related to the crash. And Westport police looking for this man. According to police, 21-year-old Brett LeBouilliere was last seen in Fall River in February. He's listed at 5'9", has blonde hair, tattoos of a rose, lion, and crows on his left forearm, as well as a skull on his shoulder. If you've seen him, or you think you've seen him, you're asked to call Westport Police. Let's get you one last final check of that forecast on this Friday morning. Skylar.
Yeah, you know what? Pack an umbrella if you're heading out today, tomorrow. Just keep it handy for the next, say, 30 hours. So here's what we're expecting. Scattered showers this evening. We do have some dry air in play, so that kind of keeps it really light. And then we do have the heavier rain moving in after 7 o'clock in the morning, and that'll be moving on out by about 2 o'clock. Could catch an extra shower afterwards, but here's that temperature cast. So we do have the increasing clouds today. The rain start to move in later on tonight. But we do, like I said, we have some dry air at the surface, so it kind of eats up some of that moisture. And then we catch some more showers in the evening time, but we kind of clear up a little bit, tapers off a bit, but by after 6, 7 a.m., you kind of see it does really start to pick up, move in. We do warm up tomorrow, so we'll get into the 60s, the 50s. Well, 49 for today, so we're flirting with 50 degrees today. Tomorrow, 60 degrees, and then by Sunday, cold front moves in 48.
All right, Skylar, thank you for that. Thank you, folks, for watching this morning. It's going to do it for us. Good Morning America coming up next.
And be sure to join us for ABC 6 News at noon. And for the latest news, traffic, and weather anytime, abc6.com is always on. Stay dry out there and have a fantastic Friday.
You Bet Your Life, weekdays at 4:30 on ABC 6.
Get your first look at today's top local stories.
They tell them if they leave, they're going to lose their spot.
Major concerns.
Court finds the defendant guilty.
Taking you live to breaking news.
An incredibly emotional afternoon.
As it's developing. Watch ABC 6 News first at 4 coming up immediately after Hot Bench.